YouTube? It's your girl Totally Tonight, and I am back with another video. As you guys can see, I'm trying to stay consistent with you all. Now that finals are over and I have a little bit more time on my hands, I'm gonna be doing, or at least try to do more YouTube, more videos for you guys. Just putting out more content, you know as I said I was going to do. As you can see by the title, you guys already know I'm going to be discussing how I chose my major and my journey. It's around that time of the year where some students are graduating from high school, and their major is a huge topic of discussion within the household. Parents are concerned. Some young adults don't know what they want to do, where they want to go. And I think your major plays a larger role in your choice of schooling, more than people anticipate. I feel as though your major can dictate where you apply, where you go, which school you like more than the other. Like, your major is actually a larger deal than you think as far as decision making on where you want to go to school. So I'm just going to share my journey with you all, and then give you all some tips and some advice on how to choose your major. Growing up, I wanted to be a doctor. I was so hell-bent on being a doctor, going to medical school. I was just, that was just my dream job, pretty much, until I got to high school and I actually joined the medical program. And I came to the realization that, okay, maybe this isn't what I truly want to do. This isn't the career that I want. So from there, I had to basically figure out, okay, you're in high school, what you want to do kind of dictates where you're going to go to college. So I had to figure out what else I was interested in, what else caught my eye. And funny enough, I'm into Netflix, TV shows, reality TV. Like, that's my thing. I love doing that during my free time. And so I was watching Scandal, and I was like, Olivia Pope, she's a bad bee. So I was like, I wonder, what her job is, and, what requirements and qualifications it takes to be that. Come to find out, Olivia Pope was based on a real individual named Judy Smith, whom is a crisis manager. She's a lawyer, and she had her own crisis management firm. So I was like, what does this entail? Like, pretty much what major would this job match up to? And I came up with communications, PR, political science, law, all of those things. And I was like, ooh, political science. Now, mind you, going from doctor to political science is a huge jump. And it's a difference, but I did feel like, okay, this is what, for me, this is what I'm going to enjoy. So I was telling my parents, I was like, this is, what I want to major in, this is what I want to get into. And I was always getting the question of, what do you want to do? And I honestly didn't know. Like, yeah, I got, the major based off of a TV show and my interest based off of a TV show, but I wasn't exactly sure if that's the realm that I wanted to go in, because political science is such a broad major. So my parents are like, okay, do you want to run for office? Do you want to be a lawyer? A lot of people get a degree in political science and go into education. What is it that you want to do? And I didn't have the answer. Versus being a doctor, you have that answer. Like, hey, I'm going to go to regular school, medical school, residency, doctor. And with this particular major, I didn't have all of the answers. And so I feel as though a lot of you out there, if you're a senior, you're kind of like in that same position. You don't have all of the answers, or you don't, um, you know, you don't even know what you want to major in, which is a concern for maybe your parents, your family, your guardians, whatever the case may be. Fortunately, for a lot of people, universities have exploratory majors so that you can kind of figure out where it is that you want to go, what it is that you want to do. But it's going to be quite uncomfortable for those who are expecting you to have that answer and to already know. So, the first tip that I would give you is do your research. Yeah, my story is kind of funny just because, you know, it came off of a TV show. And yes, I'm still a political science major and a communications minor. I've changed my minor 3 times actually, which, like I said, you don't always have all of the answers, and you might go into school, you know, thinking that you want to do something or that you want to major in this, and you find out that that's not really what you want to major in. So I say, please, please, please do your research on different majors, different jobs, money. That's a big thing. Finding out, the entry level salaries, the median salaries, all of that is very important when choosing your career. Not saying that you should do something based off of money, because that's not necessarily the case. You want to have a passion for something and you want to be happy. However, you also want to be able to pay your bills. So I do suggest doing research and also researching which universities are top tier in the major of your choice. If you do know what your major is, or what you want to major in, or potentially what you want to major in, make sure that that university has a good program, or has the program at all. A lot of times, you know a university can make all the difference in your career. The resources, the networking, the name alone can get you further in some areas. Unfortunately, it may seem unfair, but that's kind of the way it is. So research, 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 you guys. Number 2, after doing your research, please try and find somebody that has either majored in the major of your interest, or has a career in the field of your interest. And actually talk to that person, talk to them to find out what their experience was. How did they get to the position that they're in? Did they have the same major that you're considering? Because a lot of times, and this was a fear for my parents, you go to school and you don't even get a job in what you're majoring in. So, not that it's a waste, because school is school, especially when you go off to college. You get certain experiences and you learn life lessons that will be valuable for you in adulthood. And that's just with anybody. You learn tremendously when you are in college, both academically, professionally, socially. You learn financially. You you learn. So either way it goes, the experience is worth it. However, I know me personally, I prefer to obtain a job in the field that I got my degree in. So, but a lot of times it doesn't happen that way. So ask that person, what was your major? How long were you in school? What did you learn while you were in school? Did you intern? If you did, where did you intern? How hard was it to acquire that internship? What did you have to do? What did you learn? What job did you have before you got here? How long did it take you to get here? All of those questions are important, because that will kind of determine, whether you say, nah, or like, yes. This is what I want to do. Tip number 3, don't be afraid to not know. Even if you go in with a set major and a set mindset, if you change your mind, that is okay. If you don't know what you want to do with the major that you've chosen, that is okay. If you have a major, you pretty much have a general idea, but a lot of times people expect us to have all of the answers. People want to know what exactly it is that you want to do. And sometimes we don't have that answer. Guys, I'm a second year junior and I don't know I don't know what specific job that I want. I'm securing my major. I'm not, first of all, it's too late to be changing that anyways. So I'm not changing my major at all. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with my minor, even though I changed it 3 times, as I mentioned before. I just don't know when I graduate I'm gonna go here. I don't have that answer. And that's okay. I've learned to accept that, and sometimes you just have to figure things out as you go and as you grow. Sorry. So yeah, don't be afraid to change your mind or not have all of the answers, because that is, you know, that's just life, guys. So yeah. And if you're spiritual or whatever, for me, I asked God to kind of, show me if I was making the right choice in my major. And so what I did was, like a lot of seniors, I took AP Gov. Your senior year, you have a whole lot of stuff going on. You're doing this, you're doing that. Of course, you're focused on your schoolwork, but you have more than one priority during your senior year. So I took it my senior year, and I scored a 5. So for me, that was like, okay, this is a sign that I'm passionate about this. I'm interested in this, and that I can do it. I can learn the material, I can absorb it, and I can grasp it. So if you are spiritual or, whatever the case may be, pray for guidance, pray for God to order your steps. That's a prayer that I pray all the time. Just lead you, guide you, show you the way. And yeah, it might sound cliche, but say, hey, if you really show me, give me a clear sign if this is for me, if I'm making the right choice. And, it worked for me. So, yeah, that is my advice to you guys when choosing your major. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps. I'm actually going to also do a video on how I got an internship, so guys, please stay tuned for that. And yeah, I wish you guys all the best in your endeavors, especially to those who are graduating and making big moves. So yeah. Mwah.